Who will be the better player, Bedard or Celebrini, when it's all said and done? Both arguably generational talents here. We'll go down the line. Hayes to start.
Bedard's obviously just the goal scorer. If he gets help, we haven't seen him with much help. Then if he gets like a winger at least, I think he can be better. But you could say the same for Celebrini. Celebrini, I think, is better defensively, which I think means a lot. But it's too soon to tell. I think, Bedard, I would say, will be the better player. Just off of a guess. There's really no way I could prove that or say anything about that, but that'd be my pick out of the two.
Chard?
I'm going Celebrini's going to be the better player. If they're staying centerman, I think they're going to still try and force Bedard as a centerman, even though he can't win a draw. I think he's got one of the worst face-off percentages of all time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Celebrini's good at center. He plays defensively, which like Cale said, very important on a winning team. And Bedard doesn't have much help. I think Celebrini will. He'll have Will Smith, and then they've got Eklund and Zetterlund. Like, they got young guys there.
They got some really good guys. Yeah.
To build a good team and help Celebrini develop. I think Bedard will still be like a goal scorer, which is obviously, we know that. We saw him score lots of goals for Canada in the World Juniors. But I think Celebrini's better just because he's more two-way, and I think I don't know if I should say physical game. They both don't really do much physically, but I don't know. Celebrini's better defensively, which I find more important as a centerman.
To not compare them to Crosby and McDavid, or Crosby and Ovechkin here, but would you say that Bedard's more of the goal scorer like Ovechkin, and then Celebrini's got more of the all-around game like Crosby does?
Yeah, I'd say the Crosby and Ovechkin from Wish. It would be Bedard and Celebrini. That's about it. But I don't think they're going to be anywhere near those two.
Yeah.
Bedard obviously was the most hyped prospect since Crosby. Even more hyped than McDavid, I felt.
Yeah.
Because the World Juniors, he was the leading goal scorer. He's all-time leading goal scorer.
Yeah.
But, and then obviously a little bit of disappointment. He's kind of got a bit of a slump going this year. But
that's also one of the questions we got here.
I can't say I want a rivalry between the Blackhawks and the Sharks.
Yeah,
so
that's
not paying to see that.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Sophie?
I always hate to do this when players are so young, but I think Bedard is going to be the best player out of the two of them. I just feel like there's just something so different with him, and we all saw it in the World Juniors. There's just like this insane natural talent, which I don't think Celebrini doesn't have. I think he's very talented, but I just have always seen something different with Bedard. And I think if we give him some time for him to get fully into his groove and really flesh out the kind of player that he is and be able to show that, I think he's going to be deadly.
Fair enough. My pick's Michkov. This is really hard. I also didn't think Celebrini was going to have this much impact when he first came into the league. Bedard had an injury and he wasn't really as impactful his first year. I really like the both of them. They have great talent. I've watched both of them from when they were younger, scouting them and stuff. But it's hard to give the upper edge here, but I think Celebrini as well. I think he has more of a knack for the two-way game and the ability to actually play center and properly defend and just be that piece that your team needs. I mean, you always need a goal scorer, but if you can get a guy that can do all things right and play a 200-foot game at the same time, I think that's ultimately what you look for. Any other thoughts?
I go back to Bedard. We also haven't seen him be able to be the goal scorer that he is what he's supposed to be, because there's no one to get him the puck. He's had to adapt more of a playmaking attribute because his line mates are just terrible.
Yeah.
Like, you'd see him, like, he should not have more, like, this many more assists than goals. He should just be burying the puck. It doesn't matter, but he's got no one to give it to him, no one else who can make the play for him. He's kind of got to carry that whole team on his shoulders and make everybody else score the goals and make the play. So
yeah, we've seen it all year and even last year. Like, he does a nasty play or sets something up and then just no finish.
Yeah, like that clip where he dances that whole team.
With Bertuzzi.
And then passes it to Bertuzzi and he dumps it.
He goes for a line change. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Unreal.
get that guy a teammate and maybe.
I mean, like, he's not even having a bad year. But goal scoring wise, this is going to be probably one of his lowest ever. He's on pace to play the full year, and he's only on pace to have 23 goals.
Yeah.
Like, that's some of the lowest scoring ever at any level for him, at least pace wise, for a full 82. He's got 13 goals right now in 47 games. Like, for him, maybe if his assists and goals are flipped, and he had 28 goals at 47.
Then
We're not even
you're-
considering
Having
that
this
conversation at
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
But I don't know. He's made us that goal scorer.
Yeah, and I mean, it's hard to have the conversation as well because Bedard's older at this time, and they're two different drafts. But I mean, it's a good conversation to have and something to keep an eye on as their careers develop and continue. But like, it's just really hard to say right now.
He's also in year 2 at the Hawks, and he said that he's sick of losing.
I was gonna say he's also tired, and he doesn't like what's going on in Chicago right now. He's fed up. He's not the same personality guy, and not that he ever was. I mean, interviews and stuff, he's like the McDavid. He doesn't really care to. He just wants to play hockey, but he's not enjoying playing it right now, and you can see it. So we'll see what happens.
He's worried that after that first year, he's like, I don't know if you ever saw that interview. He's like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It sucks to lose. I hate losing.
Yeah,
I mean, you
well,
want to hear that,
You're
obviously.
in Chicago, but
And then they tried adding a bunch of pieces, and they added a bunch of middle 6 and bottom 6 guys to,
Tyler Bertuzzi is
Not even
not a
s-
top liner.
they're not even skilled guys.
and you're still bottom 5. So
Yeah.